Blood sugar spikes happen to almost everyone, yet most people have no idea they are experiencing them. You eat a meal, your energy crashes an hour later, your brain feels foggy, and you find yourself reaching for something sweet just to feel normal again. That cycle is not a coincidence. It is your body responding to a rapid rise and fall in blood glucose levels. The good news is that you do not need medication or a complete lifestyle overhaul to break that cycle. There are practical, science-backed strategies that can bring your glucose levels down in as little as 15 minutes. These are not gimmicks or shortcuts. They are tools that work with your body's natural physiology to restore balance quickly and effectively. When glucose enters your bloodstream faster than your body can process it, your pancreas releases a surge of insulin to compensate. This rapid hormonal response can overshoot, pulling blood sugar down too quickly and leaving you feeling tired, irritable, and hungry again. Over time, repeated spikes and crashes wear down your insulin sensitivity, increasing your risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and chronic inflammation. Even if you are not diabetic, consistently high post-meal glucose levels are linked to accelerated aging, poor cognitive function, and stubborn weight gain. Understanding this is the first step toward taking control. The strategies that follow are designed to interrupt that spike before it causes damage, giving your body the support it needs to regulate glucose efficiently and consistently. One of the fastest and most effective ways to lower blood glucose is physical movement, and you do not need an intense workout to see results. Research consistently shows that even a 10 to 15 minute walk after a meal can significantly reduce post-meal glucose spikes. When your muscles contract during movement, they absorb glucose directly from the bloodstream without requiring insulin. And this means your body clears excess sugar more efficiently and with far less hormonal stress. The timing matters enormously here. Moving within 30 minutes of finishing a meal captures the window when glucose is peaking in your blood. A brisk walk around the block, light stretching, or even standing and doing simple body weight movements like calf raises or squats can make a measurable difference. This single habit, practiced consistently after meals, is one of the most powerful tools available for glucose management. Apple cider vinegar has been studied extensively for its effect on blood glucose, and the results are genuinely impressive. The acetic acid in apple cider vinegar slows the rate at which your stomach empties, which means glucose enters your bloodstream more gradually rather than flooding it all at once. Studies have shown that consuming 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar diluted in a full glass of water before a meal or at the first sign of a glucose spike can reduce post-meal blood sugar by as much as 20%. It also improves insulin sensitivity, helping your cells respond more effectively to the insulin your body produces. The key is always to dilute it properly to protect your tooth enamel and esophagus. Adding a small amount of lemon juice can make the taste more palatable while also contributing additional glucose-lowering benefits through its own acidity. It might sound surprising, but controlled breathing exercises can lower blood glucose levels within minutes. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that signal your liver to dump stored glucose into your bloodstream as part of the fight or flight response. This means emotional and psychological stress can spike your blood sugar just as effectively as a sugary meal. Deep diaphragmatic breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, essentially switching your body from stress mode into rest and digest mode. This reduces cortisol levels, which in turn lowers the amount of glucose being released by your liver. A simple technique involves inhaling slowly for 4 counts, holding for 4 counts, and exhaling for 8 counts. Repeating this cycle for 5 to 10 minutes after a stressful event or a heavy meal can produce a noticeable reduction in blood glucose and a significant improvement in how you feel overall. Dehydration is a surprisingly common contributor to elevated blood glucose. When your body lacks adequate water, your blood becomes more concentrated, which means glucose is present in a higher ratio relative to the total blood volume. Drinking a large glass of cold water when you notice signs of a glucose spike can begin to dilute that concentration almost immediately. Cold water specifically has an additional advantage because it activates thermogenesis, the process by which your body generates heat, which requires energy and burns glucose in the process. Staying consistently hydrated throughout the day also supports kidney function, allowing your body to excrete excess glucose through urine more efficiently. Aiming for at least 8 full glasses of water daily and increasing that amount during physical activity or hot weather creates a foundation that makes every other glucose-lowering strategy more effective. Cinnamon is one of the most well-researched natural compounds for blood sugar regulation. The active component, cinnamaldehyde, mimics insulin and helps your cells take up glucose more effectively. Multiple clinical studies have demonstrated that consuming half a teaspoon to 1 full teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon daily can lower fasting blood glucose levels and improve insulin sensitivity over time. For a faster effect, stirring cinnamon into a warm drink or sprinkling it over food immediately after a meal can help blunt the glucose response from that specific meal. Ceylon cinnamon is the preferred variety because it contains significantly lower levels of coumarin, a compound found in cassia cinnamon that can be harmful to the liver in large amounts. Making cinnamon a regular part of your daily routine is a simple, affordable, and genuinely effective way to support glucose balance without any significant side effects. The most powerful approach is not to rely on any single strategy, but to combine several of them into a short, consistent post-meal routine. Imagine finishing a meal and then spending 15 minutes doing the following. Start with a 5-minute walk or light movement to activate your muscles and begin clearing glucose from your bloodstream. Follow that with a glass of cold water to support hydration and thermogenesis. Then spend 5 minutes practicing slow, controlled breathing to lower cortisol and calm your nervous system. If you have incorporated apple cider vinegar before the meal and added cinnamon to your food, you have already stacked multiple glucose-lowering mechanisms before the spike even begins. This kind of layered approach works synergistically, meaning the combined effect is greater than any single strategy alone. Consistency is what transforms these tools from occasional fixes into lasting metabolic change that protects your health every single day.